Hello everyone, I'm here with the question answers of the first lesson in science, diseases for 5th standard. Let's get back to the lesson on page 169. The first task is match the following. Marasmus. Marasmus is caused due to the lack of proteins. Second one is scurvy. Scurvy is caused due to the lack of vitamin C, and vitamin C is found in all the citrus fruits. Third one is rickets. Now, rickets is caused due to the lack of vitamin D. Fourth one is anemia, and that is caused because of the lack of iron in your blood. Fifth one is goiter, and goiter is because of the lack of iodine. That is why people advise everyone to have iodized salt. Now let's go to the next task. Tick the right answers. The first one. Cholera spreads through contaminated water. That means water that is infected with germs that carry cholera. Second one. Mosquitoes can spread malaria. As I told you, there are 3 species of mosquitoes, and only one of them, the Culex mosquito, spreads malaria. Next one, vaccination can prevent polio. So polio has been eradicated almost from the face of this country because of the vaccine. Next one, lack of vitamin A causes night blindness and also blurred vision. Fifth one, kwashiorkor can be prevented by taking a diet rich in proteins. So all of us are advised to have a protein-rich diet in order to keep ourselves away from this disease called kwashiorkor. Now let's go to the number C. Answer the following questions. Differentiate between communicable and non-communicable diseases. Now here I told you, communicable diseases are those diseases that are spread in 3 ways. One is through air, one is through contaminated food and water, and one is through direct contact. Whereas non-communicable diseases are not spread through either of these methods, like heart diseases, kidney-related diseases, then diabetic. These are all non-communicable diseases. Second one, list the different ways by which communicable diseases spread. Now, communicable diseases spread by insect bite, by having contaminated food and water, and also by direct contact. Next one, list 3 ways by which communicable diseases can be checked. The best way is to isolate a patient or a person who is having this disease or any sort of communicable disease. To keep the person isolated, let him or her stay in a room alone, not to use the utensils or crockery or cutlery that is used by that person, and then not to have direct contact with that person, and also see that the person is having a very sanitized atmosphere. The room is very clean and hygienic and always sanitized. What is vaccination? Now, vaccination is done so that you will not be getting the disease. So, vaccination and inoculations, they are methods of preventing the spread of any disease, like polio, then you have polio vaccine, then you have the vaccines for some other diseases like rabies. For dogs, you have the rabies vaccine. And even you have the vaccine for yellow fever. So taking a vaccine will prevent you from getting infected with that particular disease. Now list the symptoms and causes of the following diseases. Night blindness, the first one is because of the lack of vitamin A. And the symptoms will be you cannot see properly in dim light. Next one is scurvy. Scurvy is caused because of the deficiency of vitamin C, and you have bleeding gums. The gums will start bleeding, and you should have a lot of citrus fruits like lemons and oranges. Then next one is rickets. Rickets is also caused by the lack of vitamin D. Vitamin D, And the symptoms are you will have bow legs or knock knees, and it is because of a calcium deficiency. So you should have a food plan that is rich in calcium. And the last one is kwashiorkor, that is because of a diet that is poor in proteins. So you should have a diet that is rich in proteins. Now coming to life skills. Keep the surroundings clean is important to check the spread of diseases. Tick the statements that will help in keeping away disease-causing germs. 1. Dustbins should be kept covered. Yes. Tick mark. 2. Garbage should be thrown in the open. No, it is wrong to do so. Third one. Toilets should be cleaned once a week. No, it should be cleaned daily. Fourth one. Drains must be kept covered. So tick mark. That's a right statement. Fifth one, garbage should be disposed of every day, right? Tick mark that one, it's a right statement. Sixth one, floors should be swept and mopped every day, right? Tick mark that statement. Next one, cobwebs should be cleared every week. No, I don't think every week, it should be cleared every day. So it's not a right statement. Eighth, food can be eaten anywhere. No, it has to be eaten in very clean places only. Ninth one, dirty dishes should be left in the sink for 2 days. No, not even for 2 hours. As soon as dishes are dirty, you should wash them to prevent germs and bacteria coming and settling down on the dishes. And the last one, do not keep cupboard or cabinet doors open. Yes, right. So put a tick mark for the last one. Now, values for life. Yasmin's helper's child is suffering from measles. Yasmin's mother has given a week off to the helper along with important tips on how to care for the child. What do you think Yasmin's mother has said to the helper? So Yasmin's mother would have told the helper to isolate the child. That means keep the child separate or away from other members of the family. And also to disinfect or sanitize the room and the items that is used by the child. That is the cups and saucers or crockery and cutlery, the bed, the clothes, and see that the room is always kept very neat and clean so that there is no cause for germs and bacteria to grow. Next one, HOTS on page 171. Communicable diseases can spread through direct or indirect contact. Classify the following actions into indirect or direct. Sneezing is direct because when I sneeze, you're there in front. If I have a disease, you get it. So it's direct. Shaking hands is also a direct contact. Touching something that is infected is indirect because I touch something that is infected and then I get it. It is not a direct, it's an indirect method. Next one, coughing. Coughing is a direct method because when I cough, the germs are let out and immediately you fall a prey to that infection. Next one, sharing utensils with an infected person is also an indirect method because I am using the utensils that is already used by an infected person. So it's an indirect method. And next one, insect bite is a direct method because the insect immediately transfers the disease germs into my blood. Next one, activity. Hidden in the word maze are 5 deficiency diseases. Find them. I will tell you 2. The first one is kwashiorkor in the first row and second one is rickets in the second row. You need to find out the remaining 3. With this, I come to the end of the lesson. You are supposed to be doing A, B and C in the notebook and sending to the school WhatsApp number. And an activity, you can do it in the textbook and take a photo and send to the school WhatsApp number. Thank you.